Okay guys, so what happened with this horse is the owner said about 4 years ago he got a wire cut. You can kind of see it right there on his heel bulb. Caused a like a deviation in the germinal tissue there where the hoof grows, and there's always going to be some deformed hoof wall there. But what's happened is this is broke off. You can see it moves independently there. You can see it moving there. The other thing you can see is that the hairline, it's all pushed up right here because these heels have grown forward, and then as the horse steps and puts pressure on that foot, it pushes this crack upwards. And so when we're shoeing this today, we're gonna float all that, basically take this all out of play. And what that's gonna do is take pressure off it and hopefully let that hairline there settle down. Then we'll see if we can stabilize that crack. Okay, here from the bottom, you can see the end of this heel is right here. Where the end of the heel should be back here at the widest part of the frog. This one's not as bad on this side. I'm just gonna bring that heel back. That's just gonna get the foot balanced. But anyway, when this heel gets pushed up all the way up here, and instead of putting pressure back here, it's putting pressure up here, and then it pushes down, and then you can see the same, you can see where it's pushing up on the hairline there, and that's what's causing that to be a bump instead of be a nice smooth line from the hairline all the way around. Before I came down here, moved down here to Arizona, the owner was trying to fix it himself because he just couldn't find anybody that knew how, so he tried to screw it together. Anyway, okay guys, while I'm getting this foot trimmed up, take a second to introduce myself. My name's Sheldon Thomas. I'm a veterinarian and a journeyman farrier. For those of you that have been following the channel, I feel like I need to explain myself a little bit, where I've been over the last year, because I was a little absent on social media and stuff. And so just kind of a little rundown of what went on. I graduated vet school, passed national boards. Me and the wife and our 3 kids decided that we should go work for somebody before going on and working for ourselves. We found a super good vet clinic up in northeastern Washington, up in Deer Park, Washington. There was 8 vets there. It was a big mixed animal practice. Good place to work and learn. And so we were up there for a year with plans that we knew when we were done working there that we'd come back to Arizona because this is home. And so it was super good. We played in the snow and enjoyed the water up there before coming back to Arizona. And I apologize for not having as many videos over the last year as I should have. There was a couple times where I would get my camera all set up and do the videos, and with plans to integrate doing videos on vet stuff and horseshoeing stuff, and it just became too much. I was brand new vet out of school, and I would have a case come in where I would think this would be perfect to make a video, and so I'd get my camera all set up, and they were usually therapeutic cases, so there's a lot involved, and then the horse is sedated and I'm probably doing nerve blocks or something. Anyway, I'd get all excited and at the end of the thing turn off my video, and I'd haul all my video stuff home in the evening just to come and find out my video camera wasn't pointing in the right direction, but my mind was so busy trying to figure out all the vet stuff and the therapeutic shoeing that I was doing that I wasn't paying attention to my camera, and so it became a little disheartening to put all that work into it, and then it didn't turn out. And so I decided to take a little break and said I need to figure out the vet aspect of it and the shoeing and get more comfortable with it, and then I'll put the video camera back into play and be able to focus on it a little bit more. So I'm excited to be able to keep bringing you guys videos, and this is the first one I've been able to do since I've been down in Arizona, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So right here, you can just see how shelly this hoof wall is on this outside. When I first saw this horse, I was hoping maybe I was going to be able to lace it or put some acrylic on it and get it to stabilize this time. But as I was working right here, I just realized that the horn quality wasn't good enough to use to be able to stick this thing back together, and I needed to get all that taken off of there, grow out some new horn, and then hopefully next time I'll get enough good growth coming out and get that hairline to settle down to where I can try to stabilize it and get it to reattach. Like I said, I don't know if this will reattach, but we're giving it its best shot to be able to.
So you can see how this moves independently, and so by taking all this extra hoof all off that was out there, that's just taking leverage off that's just sitting there working that and not letting it heal back together. And whether this will heal back together, I'm just not sure, because we don't know what damage was done by the wire cut. But if it's sitting here moving every time he steps like that, there's no way that's going to heal together. So what we got to do is take all this hoof wall right here out of play, so then it doesn't sit there and move every time he steps like that, and so then gives it a chance to heal back together if it's able. Also down in here, you can see that black scum, that's just thrush in there. And so that's the other reason it seems like, you know, you wouldn't want to open all this up. And most of the time, less is more. You don't want to be over trimming a foot, but you got to trim all this out, so then there's not this thrush and infection up in there. So then this foot can heal, because the thrush and stuff, that can be causing them lameness in and of itself. You're a pretty darn good horse, buddy.
So the shoe that I'm using is called the Heart Bar. What it does is it asks the frog to carry some of the weight, because that whole lateral side is not going to be bearing any weight. I'm floating it. What I'm doing here is punching an extra nail hole on that lateral side, because basically all those back nails I can't use, and so I'm giving myself one extra nail to help hold that shoe on. Right here I'm pulling clips, and what that does is help stabilize the hoof capsule, but also it helps hold my shoe on.
You're a dang good horse, buddy.
A little bit about this horse. He's used for ranching. He's actually an off-the-track thoroughbred, so he was a racehorse. He has a tattoo on his lip. A little bit more about his mouth. You'll notice when I show his face, his tongue's hanging out. And actually, he got kicked in the teeth by another horse, and he doesn't have any of his front teeth. But he still gets along and is able to keep his weight on. He was actually a dream to shoe. I was a little skeptical. Anybody that's been around off the track thoroughbreds, they're made to run. They're a hot horse, and so they can be kind of a pain to shoe. And I was there all by myself, and so I was a little skeptical. But I couldn't ask for a better horse to shoe. He had never had I'm assuming he's never had a shoe burned onto his foot. You know, and they're on the track, they're getting aluminum shoes. There's nobody hot fitting race horses. And then since then he hasn't had that done, but he was cool with it. Sometimes the smoke can freak him out, which he's probably been around the smoke just ranching and branded and that kind of stuff. But anyway, good horse. Okay guys, as I'm getting this wrapped up, my plan is hopefully this next cycle I'm gonna get some good hoof growth and hopefully lace it up. This horse, it was lame when he came to me, and I was hoping he was gonna be at least a little more sound when he left, but he was not, because I took that whole part of the foot that's sore out of play, and so I was hoping he would be a little more sound, but he wasn't. What we need to do is his next cycle on him, get that foot to grow down a little bit and lace or put some acrylic on there and stabilize that part. I think when he's stepping, every time it flexes, even though I've got it all unloaded on that side. This product that I'm going to be putting in the cracked, it's called Durasol. And I kind of like it for this kind of stuff. You got to be careful not to put it on live tissue because it is caustic. It's got formalin and iodine. It helps harden up and the foot and kill all that thrush. Okay guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Stay tuned for a follow-up video on this horse. I hope to do him here in the near future. Till next time, keep the faith. We'll catch you at the next one.